Winter poem. Once a snowflake fell on my brow, and I loved it so much, and I kissed it, and it was happy, and called its cousins and brothers, and a web of snow engulfed me then. I reached to love them all, and I squeezed them, and they became a spring rain, and I stood perfectly still and was a flower. Winter poem by Nikki Giovanni. Happy Monday, beautiful people. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. I am Babz Rawls-Ivy, and I'm delighted to be up this morning. I made myself a eggnog protein smoothie, vegan, with chia seeds and everything. So I feel full. And at the break, I'm going to make myself some Moroccan mint tea because that's the mood I'm in. So I'm gonna read a Giovanni poem, at least two, one coming in and one going out, I think, or however way I feel like it. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I felt like this weekend was long to me. I don't know about you, but it felt long. I don't know why it felt longer than normal. Maybe because I packed it with so much. And forgive the lighting. Harry, I really do need to go buy a ring light because I think this light is too harsh. So I need to buy a light that's softer and round. So I'll go do that. I've been putting it off and putting it off, mostly because I get into the store to do what I got to do, and it goes right out of my mind. So it might just be run the Staples and be like, see what they got over there for a ring light. But the weekend was great. I thought. Um, I had a little bit of a headache throughout the weekend because I got these stitches come out. I don't know, this week, next week. I think they come out this week. So I got these stitches in my head, and now I know my head is healing because they're itchy. So, so let me run down my week. So Thursday, I wasn't here Thursday, but I was here Friday. Thursday, I went to see Macbeth in Stride, which was I thought was wonderful. I loved every bit of it. I thought it was amazing. It was wild. It was fun. It was Tina Turner meets Nine Inch Nails. It was great. I got my nails done. Thank you, Sammy. They look fabulous. See, this light is so garish, but I had my nails done. Friday, I was at Possible Futures for holiday hugs. Hugging people. I did some more Christmas cards, holiday cards. I haven't been to the gym. I go back to the gym today. My doctor was like, You're not gonna break out my good stitches. Sit down." So I haven't been to the gym since last week. So I go back today. I'm excited. Saturday, let's see. The Deltas had a wonderful holiday party at Wynwood, which was very pretty, lovely. Great to see my sorors and be in community with some of them, anyways. But it was lovely. I didn't make it to Souls of the Wind Day at the season wrap up with at the Schwartzman, so I didn't make it to that. I did, however, make it over to. I made it to Lotta Studio over the. No, that was last week. I made it over to Next Haven for a little bit and saw Arvia. Got some things from her. Then let's see. I know Ife and I did something Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I went over to Susan Clinard's studio and caught up with folks. Oh, I know. Sunday, uh, I was with Sade, Don, and Rev Kev at the Neighborhood Music School because we're cooking up a project. So I was over there with them, and then Kevin and I went over to Habisha for lunch, the Ethiopian restaurant right there on Whitney Avenue. So we went over there for lunch. It was very, very good. I would absolutely go back. Absolutely go back and have lunch there or dinner or whatever. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. And then then I went over to Susan Clinart, and Rev Kev came over there too, because it's one of these things. If we would have went home, we would not have been out, because he had two more events to go to. I had three, but I only didn't make it to any. So there was stuff that I wanted to see, like Christine Ohlman was over at Cafe Nine. Christine Ohlman and Rebel Montez. Rebel Montez is her band. And I really wanted to go get there for her Christmas, for her holiday rock out. But it was so cold and my head was just felt so different. So, and then I wanted to get over to Three Sheets because they were doing the Vince Guaraldi Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas music, you know. So I wanted to get over there for that, the Jazz Underground folks, and then Jesus at Soul to Cuba closed. So they had their last hurrah yesterday. I didn't get over there. I don't know. Once I left Susan's studio, my head was just like, you need to just go home. So I just went on home. I was cold and I was like, oh, so I could feel it through my head. That's how cold I was. So I didn't get this, but I saw the pictures. I saw my sorors, Tony and Evelise, at Soul to Cuba, which was really nice. Jonathan was over there, and the usual suspects of that crowd, Sean and all those guys. So they were over there. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get over there. I really am. I really am sorry that I didn't get over there. Um, but I will stay in touch, in conversation with Jesus. I stay in communication. So I texted him, let him know I was thinking about him. He was like, "Come through this evening." But I listen. I only have so much currency, and I was spent. I only have so much currency. I was spent. Oh, I picked up a real Christmas tree this weekend. When I came back from the Delta holiday party, I uh, I went to Home Depot. I mean Lowe's. I bought a tree at Lowe's because it was just convenient. I wanted to go buy one from City Park because they had a little Christmas tree buying thing. But trying to find some place to park downtown when it's cold and you're not in the mood for it, it was just easy to pull into the big box lot and just get the damn tree. And that's what I did. And I got a wee tree too, a little tree. It's not even a big tree. So I that's what I did. Because my oldest daughter Brianna, I heard her say the other week it didn't feel like Christmas because it wasn't a tree. And so when your kids say that, you're just like, oh gosh, it's the least I could do. The least I could do is get a tree. Uh, so uh, anyway, I'm sorry. Somebody sent me a message and I was reading it. I get easily distracted. So yeah, so it's not it's gonna get decorated today. We haven't really, I mean, we've got some decorations up, but not not in the way that we used to decorate our whole house. We used to decorate our whole house. We had stairway and candles in all the windows and wreath up on the door and Santa's everywhere and it is, when they move into their respective spaces as they grow up, they will pick up these traditions. So next year, my goal is to be in my own space with my own things, doing what I want to do in my own space. That's the goal. You know, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time, any much more time talking about, you know, this apartment, the relationship to this landlord, and the irrational lease that was presented to me. I don't have any energy for that. And when people carry on that way, it's not because of anything. Listen, I'll say this. The way that this person is carrying on has nothing to do with me. Seriously. And I know that in my heart, and I believe they know that in their heart. They just can't help themselves because the miserableness that they exist in that has no bearing on me or connection to me. None, 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 none. So, when you can't control things in your own life, when you feel wronged in other places, you take it out in spaces and places and people that have no relationship to the original grievance. And I think that's what this is. Because otherwise it makes no sense. And it is at best irrational. And so when it first reared up, I was really taken aback and quite wounded by it because I did not understand this level of vitriol and just I don't get it. And then I had to think about it and then talk to people, and people, help shed some light on to why this could be the case. And I'm a buy into that. But that's it. That's as far as I'm gonna go with this. I'm not responding unkindly. I'm not responding disrespectfully. But I'm not going to have anybody think that they could bulldoze me or run over me with their irrational foolishness. I'm not that one. 61. There is a hell no clause. So so I'm in the Christmas spirit, and I'm gonna stay in the Christmas spirit. And I'm gonna leave irrational folks to their irrational selves. And I don't care who goes back and says anything to this person. I don't care. Because let me tell you something. I'm done. And I'm going to be respectful and sisterly. And that's it. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you right now. I can go from a glass of champagne to a 40 ounce of Colt 45 in 2.3 seconds. Did you understand me? I could go from a fine cigar, a Fat Betty cigar, cognac dipped. I could go from that to some Newports in 2.5 seconds. Do you understand? Do you understand? I listen. I'm not the one to be bullied. I'm not the one to be trash talked. I'm not the one to think that that my kindness is mistaken for some sort of weakness. Uh-uh. No. So I just want to say that. And people could go back and tell that person whatever the hell they want. Because if they feel some kind of way, they know where I live. You know exactly where I live. Come see about it. That's not a threat. That's an invitation. That is a show enough invitation. And I'm not trying to create drama. I'm not trying to create vitriol. None of that. What I'm saying is, you're not going to treat me disrespectfully. You're not going to bully me, and you're not going to impose your irrational thought, behavior, and unhappiness and misery upon my happiness and my joy. It's just not going to happen. Speaking of joy, Speaking of joy, this is the week, y'all. This is the week. So tonight, this evening, I'm going to Rebecca Goodhart's party because she's having a little Elm Shakespeare holiday party. So I'm gonna run through there real quick and wish her Merry Christmas. I'm not gonna stay out all night. First of all, I just want to make sure they know that I dig what they're doing, and I want to just say hi. And then I'm having lunch with my good friend Gion tomorrow. The arts holiday party is tomorrow. But it's all in the early parts of the afternoon. And then I've got a Broken Umbrella event that evening. So I'm excited about that. So this week is a party week. And then Wednesday, I go get my stitches out. And then The World Needs More Love Letters, the holiday edition, is Wednesday. This is one of my favorite things to do. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years. I just last year started inviting people to do it with me. And my intent was to always invite people to do it. But then the pandemic hit, and then it had all the plans got, put on the shelf. So last year I pulled the plans off the shelf and we did it. And it was wonderful. People really, really enjoyed it. And I think we did it over 2 or 3 days. We did it over 3 days. It was wonderful. But we're doing it over 2 days this year. We're doing it Wednesday, 4 o'clock, and Friday, 4 o'clock. And then Friday, we're Christmas caroling at Possible Futures. Thursday, we're Christmas caroling from here. This is the third year, the third annual neighborhood caroling from the porch. And people love it. And somebody whispered to me that there might be some surprises. So that would be lovely, lovely, lovely if people could come and sing and raise their voices, and we'll play some here, just I'm gonna put some warm cider out, I think. I gotta get to the store. I'm always trying to get somewhere. But it's gonna be, and this is more than likely the last one I'm gonna do in Newhallville, unless I come back to Newhallville and do them. But that's unlikely. So but never. I never say never, because I could gather up people and be like, listen, we gonna meet up in on the corner of Ivy and Newhall and sing. So we'll see what happens. That's what I want to do. So anyway, if you've not, there's nothing easier and more festive than to get with a group of people and sing some Christmas carols. I don't care what your state of mind is. Singing together lifts spirits so quickly, that it's like when the Grinch heart grows, your heart will grow. And if you need some traditional Christmas cheer, singing together is a good way to do that, And to sing outside and in the neighborhood, this is probably one of the most surveilled and poorest neighborhoods in the city. Just to come and be and I'm listen, I don't say that to say, oh, these wretched people need to be sung to. No, that that this is a neighborhood that could use some cheer, just like every neighborhood in this city could use some cheer. I just happen to live in this neighborhood. And the fact that I'm going to do it at Possible Futures, now we're not going to walk around the Edgewood neighborhood. For Possible Futures, we're going to sing right there on the corner of Edgewood and Hotchkiss. So feel free to, if you don't want to walk the neighborhood on Thursday, uh, on Wednesday or whatever day we're doing this, Thursday. If you don't want to do it Thursday, Friday is right for you. So yeah, so more love letters is Friday, and Christmas caroling is right after that. So feel free to come and celebrate the season. And you're still welcome to come get a holiday hug. If I'm there and I'm still around, come get a hug. I'll hug you for the holidays. It's a warm, deep hug. Get your oxytocin going, get all those good hormones, all the things. That's what we're doing. So I want people to feel the spirit. And really what drives this is, I don't want people to feel lonely and alone. I want people to feel like there's a community that they could tap in. Will I be your best friend? No, probably not. But I can welcome you to help you make friends, get a friend group, think about the possibilities of having friends. I think that's a wonderful thing. So I'm always uh I'm always thinking about how to ensure my own happiness and my own well-being, you know. That's really at the heart. I never want to work again to put off the things that I love. That is not the goal at this point in my life. This point in my life, I want to do all the things that I want to do, whether it's taking violin lessons, which reminds me I need to practice because my violin teacher is on her way to Uzbekistan because she has an ailing father and he can't travel. And if she's gonna go, she needs to go now before, the regime steps in and starts to curtail the movement of folks. Um, so she went to go see her father. I told her I promised her I would practice. So practice it is. I'm going to get into it. But it's always about, and I want to be always in conversation with people. I want to be in love with people. So, and that's the kind of life that I want at this point in my life, at this point, at the 61 mark. This is these are the ways in which I want to live at the 61 mark. And and I'm with my besties we are working on a big project together that I think in the next few months is going to bear fruit, just on will alone, I think. And I think I'm excited about that. That makes me unbelievably happy and joyous to think about what we are about to do with each other. That that is that is divinity in action, I think. That this kind of project that we're going to be working on. Divinity in action, and it's a commitment of sorts. It's a huge undertaking. And I'm excited by it. I could see it, I could see it. So anyway, I'm delighted by that and all the things and all the possibilities uh, in front of me. So, jumping in to start the law school application process yet again. But I think this time is going to be it. Now, how am I going to pay for this? I haven't even gotten that far in the wherewithal of wherewithal. I haven't gotten that far in the wherewithal. But the idea is to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and then that's it. You just put one foot in front of the other, and I guess it'll listen. If my life is any indication, it all works out. That's all I'm gonna say. If my life is any indication of God in action, then it all works out. So, so anyway, I don't even know. There's no good. There's no good. I don't have any good New Haven gossip to speak of. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Uh, I have no idea. Uh, but that's all right. We'll be all right. Huh. Okay. I see some stuff that I need to I need to get up and put up. So I am let's see. So this week is gonna be a week full of all kinds of magic, and then goes right into the weekend. And then Harry, when are we shutting our doors? I just take Monday off too. Christmas Eve is the 24th, which is a Tuesday. I might as well take Monday. I might take that to that whole week. We'll see. Then everybody's gonna be hurrying about hither and yon. And then the first is a Wednesday. The second is a Thursday, and then the third is Friday. So I'm gonna come back on the 6th. And it's gonna take a very long holiday week, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna just, and it's not like it's a longer time. It's just like a day here and a day on the other end, 2 days on the other end. You know, I think that'd be real appropriate. Give me a little time. But I'm looking forward to the winter break. You know, and if you woke up in parts of Connecticut this morning, you got a little snow. It's a little icy here in New Haven. A little icy because it's cold, but the temperature is rising a little bit, so you won't have icy all day. But there's a little bit of, I don't know, rain kind of situation happening. And that could be, if the temperature drops, that could make it problematic. But I think the temperature is rising, according to the news. Oh, the last day is the 23rd, but you could be off as of Friday. All right, Harry, I'm taking, then Friday is it for me. All right, Harry. Now, my last day is the 20th. Yeah, because if the last day is the 23rd, which is a Monday, I might as well just call it a day on Friday. So, all right. So Friday is my Christmas break begins. And so we have to get all the holiday ho-ho stuff in this week. And then Harry, the Christmas party is I know that the Lavos, the annual holiday Christmas party grab bag kind of thing is happening. Is it this week? I don't know when it is. Yes, it's Wednesday. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna be late because I gotta go get my wait. The 20th. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. The 18th. So I'll be at the holiday party. I have to go get my stitches out my head first, and then I'll come to the party. I don't know who is calling me. So while I'll um I'll do that. That's what I'll do. I'm coming to the party a little bit late, which is fine. That'll work. That'll work. That will work. So, all right. So this is my week before the big Christmas push. I still have Christmas cards I have to do. I've misplaced some stuff and I have to dig through and find where I do this thing where I was like, oh, I'll put this over here because I'll remember. I really should just make a map, like notes that say, this is what I did with my bag of Christmas cards that I was holding on to from last year. They're in this bag and they're over in the left corner. I think I have to do that because I keep thinking I'll remember where I put stuff. And yeah, no. Yeah, so the 18th. So, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take good care. And I gotta find all my paper for the world needs more love letters. My friend Cheryl Doss, when they sold their house, she had all this stationery and she gave it to me. And I believe it's probably in this bin next to me, so I gotta sift through. So I gotta put everything together so I can be ready to rock and roll with all my activities for the world needs more love letters, stickers and pens and papers and all the things to decorate envelopes and letters. That's the idea, you know. Well, anyway, I don't, who is this? I don't know who's somebody sent me a wild voicemail, and I don't I'm gonna play it. I don't think they meant this for me. I think they made a mistake. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I think they just dialed me by accident. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I, I don't even know. My sister is weird. Yeah. Okay. That's enough. That's enough of that. I was trying to see because the message prints out like it transcribes, but they it has noise before it gets to the actual thing, so I didn't want to wait anymore. So anyway, so yeah. So this is the week. So if you're gonna do stuff, this is the week to do it. And you'll have a few more days to like Christmas shop if that's your thing. You know, if you need to do more things. Uh I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I have a bill that I have to pay, and I'm trying to see what did I set it for. I'm like, when is this bill set for? 'Cause I'm like, what? Uh, odd, odd. So let me see what's going on at New Haven Independent. Let me go over to that page. I'm gonna make me some tea in a minute. Mayor taps Yale fundraiser for the neighborhood, New Haven Public Schools. All right, cool. Oh, there was a road rage shooting. People still having road rage. And then I saw this thing on the news where this 41-year-old was arrested for carjacking. Bruh, if you're 41 years old and you out here committing crimes like this, like you're not a kid, you're not out here and I'm not suggesting kids should do this. No. But we have more tolerance for kids who like break in the car, steal a car, and go joyriding. What we don't have patience for is people harming people and taking their vehicles and dragging them out. But this brother, 41 years old, 45. No, 41. A 45-year-old New Haven was injured in a road rage shooting at a busy downtown intersection at the start of a busy weekend. And they made an arrest in a Dixwell carjacking and responded to a bomb threat at a church on Hamilton Street. You have to be really sad and lonely to be sitting around in your house talking about, let me call in a bomb threat and watch the police run over and all this other kind of stuff. Now you know they know they already know when you make these ridiculous calls, they track you. They already know how to do that stuff. You must live in a cave if you don't watch the technology on the shows. They always could tell you where people call from. I just don't get it. So the victim was involved in a road rage incident when the driver of the second vehicle shot him around Whitney Avenue and Trumbull Street. I know those people over there must, once they get the news of this, they're gonna be flipping out. The injuries weren't life threatening. Gosh. And then Sunday afternoon, uh, they hadn't made any arrests yet. But they got They got surveillance videos. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before they catch up who it is because all these daggone cameras and going through them and finding all the footage, that's just gonna happen. Then somebody called in on Saturday, a bomb threat. Why? Why? The Church of the Rock. You know, ridiculous. So they have to send the hazardous people over there and they got to check and all this other kind of stuff. You got to evacuate, all this stuff. Somebody was probably mad or whatever. But they're going to find you because they always find you if you make a call from any device. It's going to show up and then they're going to get you. And and then finally, Sunday afternoon, they made an arrest Saturday night for Saturday night carjacking. The victim called and reported being parked. Where were they parked? Henry and Dixwell. Orchard and Henry in the Dixwell neighborhood. Three males approached the vehicle. All three had firearms, pointed at the victim, and told him to get out. The three males got in and fled on Orchard Street down Dixwell Avenue. They found the vehicle in Fairhaven. Now, not for nothing. 41, and this is the mess that you were doing. Bruh, you all need to get your lives. But you know what? You'll have time to think about it. Because this is, serious larceny. Oh, so they already got him. You know what, bruh? The driver, a 41-year-old man from New Haven, was arrested and charged with larceny of a motor vehicle, interfering with officer, failure to obey officer signals, engaging police in pursuit, and reckless driving. How much time does this carry? Now you're gonna be in jail for Christmas. This is your goal? This was your goal for your life. And now your people are sitting around thinking, should we bail him out till his case comes up? And I'm sure if your mama's still alive, depending on who she is, because if you're 41, that means that woman might be in her 60s, 70s, maybe 80s, depending on where you fall in the line. She'll either one or two things. Let me get my baby out of jail, or hell no, let his ass sit there. There's only two mamas in the black community. There's only two. There's only two. Let me get my baby out of jail. That's one. Or hell no, let that ninja sit his ass right there. I told him. That's number two. That's it. There's no other ones. Now there might be a third that's coming up the rear that might be like, let's take this into contemplation. What would this look like if we did this? What would it look like if we did that? So, you get that, you get those mothers, these new moms, that gentle parenting and, those parents who want to negotiate and be reasonable. Them reasonable parents who let their kids run roughshod. They don't want to say nothing because they want them kids to be free and not have, oppressive behaviors put on them. Y'all know them parents whose kids talk back and they don't know how to sit their asses down and they run all over the place and they show out in public spaces. Y'all know them kids. And I've been seeing a lot of black kids like this with black ass parents who are trying to sort of be gentle and this gentle parenting stuff. Let me know how that works out for you in a decade. When you got kids who you can't get out your house, they're 30-year-olds still at your house, or they can't get up off the floor, or they can't do nothing, they ain't never flown the nest. They still, they're afraid to launch. They're still afraid to. See, I have more respect for kids who go out there, fail, come back, go back out again, fail, come back. That's how you do it, because that's the only way you're going to learn. You go out there, you do it, then you fail, come back, lick your wounds, stacks of money, then go back out there again. That's how that's the way they have to do it. But if you never let them go out, you never let them fly, if you never let them take risks, if you always just like talking them out of bigger dreams, you are creating problems. And they never gonna fly. So you gotta push them out the nest. They fall, let them come back to the nest. Oh, that's what it is. You've got to do that. That's how they get strong. They can't get strong every time they whimper. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I gotta. Anyway, this cat is 41. He been coddled too much. He didn't get no hard lessons. He's still probably, you know how they do, still being babied at the house. 41 and you carjacking? Bruh, you should be owning a car. What are you talking about? I don't get it. 41 and you carjacking? Child, you just got to be ridiculous. And now your people got to figure out, do we raise up some bail money to get your ass out for Christmas so you don't spend Christmas in jail? Or do they be like, let him learn a lesson. He's stupid. Y'all know how we do in our families. Ray Ray and them, Lil Bobby, Pookie, whatever it is. Uh-uh. So we'll see. Anyway, that's a lot. That's a lot. 41. I'm not saying there's an age limit on this, but I have more understanding when kids do it. Because, kids are kids. Kids do all kinds of stupid stuff. Now, I'm not saying kids should be no, 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 no. I'm like stealing cars. Kids been doing that since since the Model T. Kids have been stealing cars since the Model T. However, 41, bruh. Yeah, right. That's it. Yes. Yes. I know. I have a don't eat shellfish. People are talking to me. Yeah. Um, People are planning all their holiday parties and all their things. And I've been invited to stuff and people are just checking with me to make sure that I can eat safely and without harm, which is a real act of love, I must say, you know, a real act of love. There are some places I go, they don't even think about it. It's just like, oh, we're so sorry. And I'm like, no, I can't eat this. Nope, I can't eat this. I don't get anything to eat, you know, unless there's a salad. There's salad. And then, they have to make a salad without cheese in it. Can you just make a salad and put cheese on the side and let people put the cheese that they want, you know? And I often don't go to brunches because brunches are the worst. They are the worst because I can't ever have French toast. I can't ever have pig. I went to a brunch one time though where I could absolutely have. They made dairy-free waffles, dairy and gluten-free. I don't have a gluten allergy, but we often get lumped into the same thing. So I was like, okay. But that was like the only time I've ever been able to have anything like that at a brunch. At a organized, when you go to these brunches that organizations throw or brunches anyway. And so I was just like, whoa. So when I was at the Delta brunch, this holiday brunch, I had potatoes and salad and bacon because I couldn't eat anything else. There was nothing else for me to eat. And fruit. I had fruit. Fruit was good. It was fine. I didn't starve. Do I look like I'm starving? I'm not starving. I'm just saying. So when people go out of their way to ensure that I can have something and I don't feel left out, I take that as an act of love. I really do. I've been around a long time. People know. People know what I can't do and what I can't do. Oh, I'll say this, the people that care, give a damn about my well-being, they know. My friends are diligent. My friends and my kids and my family, Man, I don't make, listen, they get on me when I like look like I'm gonna try something that and I ain't inquired about. They get on me. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Put that down. You got your damn mind. And they'll go, no dairy, no, no, no. They go to this whole thing. They go to this whole thing. I was like, okay, I feel you. So yeah, so people are inviting me to stuff and they just want me to know. Uh yeah, yeah. Thank you. Is correct. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, so what's it? I take it as an act of love when people concern themselves about my allergy. Because as I say to y'all, I'm everybody's business. I don't want to operate in isolation or secrecy or I never get to the place where I don't think it's anybody's business. Listen, I had a very public life and I recognize that. It doesn't bother me in the I don't care who knows my business because I'm everybody's business. I feel like I'm safe when I'm everybody's business. I don't concern myself with people talking about me in a bad way. Who cares about that? I know enough people, enough, more than enough people who want my well-being, and I want theirs. You know, that's it. You know, that's that. So I'm gonna go make me some Moroccan tea and relax a little bit. Come back for the second hour of Love Babz Love Talk. I'm so glad that y'all are joining me this morning. Harry's gonna put on some Christmas music. We've been playing some good Christmas music, and I'll be right back. Harry must be Harry must be away from the controls. Harry, who is manning the controls? I'm going on break.